Zora Stevenson.
Hey Drew, I know you all don't like to get too high or too low, but what kind of emotion or fire is needed, in your opinion, to come back when you're down 2-0?
At the end of the day, we feel like they did what they're supposed to do. They were home. They protected the home court. They're up 2-0, no matter if we lost by 20 or by 1 point. I think the biggest part for us is building that chemistry and getting to a rhythm. And I feel like going home and protecting our home court gives us some confidence and something to look forward to, and then our crowd does that for us as well. So looking forward to these days to prepare and really get back out there and show what we got.
Is there one thing that maybe or maybe not like frustrates you or bugs you about the way you all lost? I know you kind of said it doesn't matter if it's by 2 or 20 or whatever it may
Right.
be. But as a competitor, is there anything that makes you upset about?
I mean,
the
the loss sucks. The loss sucks. It's very frustrating to lose like that, or shoot, to even lose at all. We feel like we're better than what we're playing, and we know that. But at this point, we can't really be down, and we got to stay positive. We got to be able to really just lock in, go back, look at the film, pay attention to details, and especially defensively, we got to do better.
Jim Wazarski.
Jrue, well, speaking of defensively, I mean, that was obviously the emphasis in post game of game one was to do different things or be better. So what did not work then, I guess, in the early going where they were able to kind of, I think, first quarter that 18-7 run that kind of blew it over?
Man, I think that's something that we got to go back and look at. Sometimes when you come out and you hitting and you knocking down shots and you moving the ball and they knocking down shots, the rim gets this big. And from there, we have to try to do our best to shrink the rim a little bit. And tonight, again, they came out, hit us in the mouth, and kept rolling.
I guess conversely, though, can it go the other way where if the shots aren't falling early for a second straight game where the rim shrinks on your end and it's a little harder to get yourself going in that way, I guess. If it's big for them, but tightening up for you guys on the offensive end.
I think that offensively we need to move the ball a little bit more. I think we got to make some better plays. For others, we all feel like we can get into the paint, and especially when we get down, we feel like we can do it ourselves. But against a team like the Brooklyn Nets, with the scores that they have, with the defense that they're playing, we got to be able to do it together, make the right plays, get open shots from the beginning. So again, something else we got to just go back and watch film and look at tendencies, what they do on defense, where our wide open shots are going to be, getting into the paint and making plays for others.
Eric Jane.
Drew, offensively, we talked about balance the other night, like moving the ball, executing, kind of doing those things. Do you feel like you've fallen into the trap 2 games in a row of trying to play that ISO game against them, or do you not consider it a trap, or just kind of what are you thinking offensively that you keep falling for that?
I think we struggled. I think we struggled to find the open man, to be able to play with the pass instead of just going one-on-one. Again, and when a team is hitting shots like that and it just looks like they're not missing, like I said, you just kind of feel like you can put everybody on your shoulders and do it by yourself, and that's me included. So I feel like as a team, we got to push the we got to push the pace, try to find a good balance in when to push the pace, and then when to set up our offense, get a good shot, and then from there, man, I really feel like we need to play with the pass and really get to our shots. I feel like they had damn near 30 assists, and we probably had 17, something like that. So we got to play for each other a little bit more.
Defensively, obviously, they're running that high pick and roll, whether it's KD or Kyrie, and then beating you guys off the pass, right? Like, it's beating off the dribble and then kind of starting that chain reaction. How do you guys contain the dribble?
Just like you said, you got to take it to heart. You gotta have just a little bit more pride. I think being able to make them just shoot tough twos, do the best you can. Obviously, you got some great scorers out there, but really just trying to contain them, and then from there, kind of scramble out when they make those plays out to the three.
Do you think it's something that can be done going over, or is this a situation where you guys are going to have to kind of switch? I know maybe that's not ideal with KD or Kyrie because they're both so good on the dribble, but is that a situation that you think switching is going to be the only way?
I don't know. We got to kind of exhaust every option. We threw some zone in there. We switch a little bit, but that's something that we got to go back at the film and look.
One more to Tim Bontemps.
Jrue, I was just curious, what do you think allowed the Nets to have more success keeping you guys from being able to get to the paint and to the rim the way you were able to in Game 1?
I think for us, when we saw them hitting shots, we just came a little bit too selfish, and we tried to do it ourselves. We had some shots in the paint, but they were tough shots, contested by 2, sometimes 3 people. I feel like when we get in there, we kind of have to try to spray it out and get those wide open threes. We didn't shoot that well from 3 either, and that's probably because we didn't have that many wide open ones. So, and they did. So I really feel like we got to just be able to play off the pass a little bit better.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Drew.